Why I'm frugal, but it's not cheap. How I spend my $60,000 income in California wisely. Let's talk about it. So everyone talk about how you should save money and the importance of saving money. But in this video, I want to talk about how I spend my money, $60,000 income here in California, and how I live frugally, but not cheap. And because I believe that you should live below your mean, but at the same time, you still enjoy your life, have fun, but still think about saving some money for the future when you retire. And I live in California, like LA, and right now in Orange County. So there's a high cost of living, but at the same time, I still able to still enjoy my life and still able to put aside some money for my retirement and at the same time for investment. And all this I done on a $60,000 working full-time 9-to-5 job here in California. First thing first, let's talk about frugal versus cheap. There's a big difference between being frugal and being cheap. I think coming from an Asian immigrant background, I have seen a lot of, I won't say people that I know, but I have seen in my environment, there are a lot of people who are very cheap with how they spend their money. But at the same time, I totally understand coming from an immigrant mindset. You want to save as much money as possible just in case there's an emergency and disaster situation happen and you don't have money. But I think you could still enjoy your life and spend money and live frugally within your mean without being cheap. So let's talk about eating out. So personally for me, I pre-make my food and my home cook and pre-prep my food. So from Monday to Friday, when I go to work, I have my own meal for my lunch. Usually cost me a few bucks, so I don't go out and buy lunch during work time. But I know that I will still save some money and budget some money when I go out at night with my friend, usually either Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, sometimes Sunday for brunch. But the rest of the time, I will just do my home cooked meal and bring that to work. And sometimes I would just, if I have leftover, that would be my dinner. So that's usually from Monday to Friday for lunch and sometimes dinner. Most of the time, I usually only go out on Friday and Saturday with my friends. So that will be when I spend money. And when I do spend money, when I go out for drink or food, usually we would do like family style. Unless we go to a fancier restaurant, then everyone will get their own food. But I would try to budget it maybe between like $30 to $50 a meal. But that's rare. Sometimes, let's say I go out and get a drink with my friend. We'll order pizza. We share that pizza. We order a pitcher of beer. We share that pitcher of beer. You still could enjoy your life, catching up with your friend, and you could split everything. And I think having a good circle of friends and understand each other's financial situation is also important. Understanding the difference between need and want. So let's break down the need versus want. Like each month, I need to pay rent. I need to pay my health insurance, car insurance. Right now I don't need to pay my car payment because I bought the car already. But if you have car payment, you also need to count that into your payment. Student loan also. So that is what you need to pay each month. Your want could be shopping, in and out, socializing, anything that technically you could live without. But understand that each month, I know myself, I need to pay my need first. The rest of the time, I will have some money left. Then that money will go into my saving, my retirement, and the rest will be going to my want. So I will have my need, my saving, investment, and then my want. So again, just break it down. The need usually probably take about 30 to 50% of my paycheck. The investment is and retirement between 10 to 20, depending on how you want to budget your. And then the rest of the money will be all go over to your want, and you could still live frugally with that maybe 20 to 30% of what you want to do with your life. I think most of the time people think that budgeting is have to be all like live in the spreadsheet. You don't need to live in your spreadsheet and budget every single thing. Personally, I know that, hey, like, this is how much I need to pay for rent, how much I need to pay for my student loan, my health insurance, car insurance each month, and then that's it. Each month I have set aside for that amount, and then I put my 401k. I already did my 11% straight to 401k. Then I set another 5% of my income going to my investment. Eventually, when I make more money, that will turn to like 10%. So right now I have about 15 to 16% going to investment and saving and 401k. And then also put aside some money for Roth IRA too. So the rest of the money will be for my want, because right now I'm also supporting my mom. So before I go to my want, I also set aside some money to support her, to run some of her errand or buy anything that she needs. So after that, then I will only have some money left to do like going out, buy stuff that I like, or do adventure or have experience. Personally, for me, I like to experience new things. I like to travel. I like to go to different things to try out new things. So most of my money will be spending on socializing, like go out to different restaurant, maybe a fancy restaurant, and try new food and drink with my friends. I could go to do adventure or go to this like snowboarding. So, but again, anything that is more big event, I will plan out ahead of time, and then I will budget that out. So as you could see, it's not that difficult. Now you could still live within your mean, and mind you, I live in California, and LA and Orange County is very expensive, but $60,000 is doable as long as you budget it wisely. I think most people, I don't know why, but rent is expensive. Trust me, I understand. Rent is expensive. And personally, I rent out a room and that's it. I don't really have a living apartment, but eventually I will. But I rather save money and now, and eventually when I get a little bit older, I could just have my own place. But again, just depend on your living situation. I don't know your living situation, but think about how can I wisely save money, live within my means, and still enjoy life. I think that's what I noticed. A lot of my coworker and people around me, they either go like budget and very like frugal, but they don't really live. Either that, or they just go kind of out of their way and then just go crazy with spending their money and don't save for their future. And sometimes I was like, that's a lot of money that you're spending, and I don't think you are saving for your retirement or any emergency. But everyone have their own life to live. But that's why I'm making this video. I'm showing you that you could live a good, I won't say like crazy life here in LA and Orange County, but you can still live comfortably with $60,000 as long as you budget wisely and you don't go crazy with your adventure. And because there's a lot of stuff to do in LA and Orange County here in California that don't really require much money, but you still have to drive and all that stuff. But still, like parking is expensive, but you can take the bus if you want. So there's many ways. A carpool, that's another option. So there's many ways to enjoy life while at the same time, as long as you budget wisely. Again, I really want to emphasize that. Live within your means and budget wisely. And don't live in your spreadsheet either. Like, figure out how much you need, how much you need to save and retire, and then what your want will be, and then budget accordingly. So maybe at this point you are thinking, hey John, I don't make $60,000. Maybe you're making like 30,000, 40,000. Trust me, I have make for 30, 40, 50, and right now I'm making $60,000 here in California. And yes, it was difficult when I was making $30,000 working as an EMT, but but again, I was in my 20s. So early 20, again, it was a lot of struggle making $30,000, working in LA, but I was still able to save money. Like I I live in one bedroom, but I share with two other guys, and my rent is like $600. And but at the same time, I was able to budget myself. Again, I break it down: need, saving, retirement, and want. So I figure out, okay, with $30,000 budget a year, what my need will be, what my retirement saving will be, and then what my want. And from there, that's what I've been doing for my when I was in $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and $60,000. Budget down, break it down to make it easy for you. Need, saving, retirement, and want. And again, you have to kind of understand what you want in your life. Personally, for me, I want to live within my means, at the same time enjoy my life with my family and my friends. So I would always spend more money on my family, my mom and my brother, my health, of course, like my health both physically and mentally. Hey, so let me know down in the comment, what's your thought on living within your means, being frugal and not cheap? And then how do you budget and pretty much plan out your pretty much income for the year, for the month, with if you are making like low income? It's interesting to see how everyone's living within their means and being frugal, but at the same time having fun and kind of play the game of money. And I'm really interested on seeing your experience on how to be selective fun, choosing what you want to spend the money on and what you're gonna save your money on. So let's share your comment, share your experience down in the comment below, and let me know what you want me to talk about in the next video. Take care and be safe. Bye.